Ozzie was out here yet. Is he still working on his own? Do you think he's going to be available for tomorrow?
Yeah, it's up in the air still. We're always going to hold out hope, but obviously the progress is going a little bit slower than we expected.
You mentioned the formula of winning at home and drawing on the road, but can you talk a little more about the trying? Can you win at home as aggressively as you have, say, in the past two games, while trying not to concede road goals?
It's that balance. You got to find that balance between our attacking play and making sure that we're secure defensively, especially because they're a team that likes to counter. They like to rely on their counter. They're not a team that generally possesses the ball, a lot in your end of the field. They're happy with just having 35% possession in your end of the field and just doing it through counters. So we have to be careful about that. But on the same token, I think we've come out the last two games and we've played with good aggression at the beginning. I know we took a couple of goals against LA, but offensively we were good about going after it, and I think we got to do that again.
Still a fairly young team in their own way. What did Dallas show you last year in the playoffs? Did you learn anything about them in that playoff series?
I mean, obviously Oscar does a good job with them. They're a young team. Guys are continuing to grow and develop. A guy like Castillo, it's now those young players as they step forward. Can they take a bigger role? What exactly can they do as they move on? He's made some changes. He's got a young goalkeeper. Is he going to play Texera or Blas Perez? Is he going to go back to Perez for this game? Because it's a playoff game. You don't know. Oscar likes to sometimes mix it up, and so you got to be prepared for that. But I think they're a team that's been pretty consistent over the last 2 years, and we just got to do a good job.
Numbers-wise, at least, Castillo's taken a little bit of a leap this season. Have you seen anything different from him on film than maybe you did last time around?
Just what happens is players grow and develop. They're able to finish off plays. When they're younger, they're able to initiate plays, but they can't finish off plays. And as they become more mature, they're able to finish off the plays that they used to just be able to initiate. And he's certainly maturing.
In general, are you kind of comfortable that what you gain this time of year with a veteran, older team compensates for maybe their bodies must be taking a little toll this time of year, and especially 3 games and
their bodies are taking a toll, for sure. Trying to play 3 games in a week, makes it a little bit harder. But on the same token, as I said, sometimes there's blessings in disguise, and so maybe some of the games that they missed earlier means that they're overall maybe a little fresher at this time point of the year. So we've got to take all that into account, and I know our guys are motivated and focused, and that's the most important thing.
Looked like Fisher was getting set to come on the other night. Are you confident in what he can bring as a rookie? I mean, it's a big stage if he does have to go tomorrow.
Yeah, we're confident in all our players being able to play. I think when we went through the back stretch, it was just we had too many guys out, at the same time, but when you're just dropping in, one guy with a bunch of veterans, I don't think that's an issue. We're confident in what Fisher can bring. We're confident in what as an example, Roldan can bring. Came on late in the game for us. Made a very veteran play by dribbling into the corner. So all these guys, they're through their first season. They're no longer rookies.
This seems a little goofy timing for asking this, but do you know how y'all are starting your season next year? Do y'all have a preseason tournament, or are y'all going earlier because of the SCCL?
You're asking the $1 million question. Now we're going to put you on staff. You're going to help us arrange that. Well, obviously there's certain rules and regulations that the CBA has, so we've got to comply with those, and that makes it tough, I think, for all the teams that are playing in the Champions League, because, what ends up happening is based on the MLS start date in the Champions League first game, there's 10 days that all the teams in the Champions League lose, maybe more than 10 days, it might be closer to 2 weeks. So that's 2 weeks less preparation time we have than MLS teams will have to go into their season opener. So we got to make our thing efficient and coordinated. Try and get to places where we can get games. Try and get a game with the Mexican team as well if we can a week before. But that's a little difficult because that's a weekend it's a mid. Weekends are taken up by their league, and midweek is taken up by Liga MX, by their cup competition, so makes it a little tougher. But that's all things that we're already working on and trying to sort away.